YouTube. I am Moon Thomas, the host of Pipe Dreams and Pearls, and it is my honor today to have my two great hosts here. My two great guests here as I'm hosting our podcast, Pipe Dreams and Pearls. And this is going to be one of my favorite already off the rip because these are two people that I know dearly, and I'm so happy for them on what they're doing and what they're trying to do for our community and for just in general women. So without further ado, let me introduce to you the mindset coach and the budgeted guru. So that's Miss Tristan Smith and Miss Tajah Muhammad Williams. How y'all doing today?
We're good.
That is
How
so
are you?
wonderful. Thank you for being here.
Thank you
So
for having
Trish,
us.
you're at the top and you're the budgeted guru. We're
The
gonna come
budgeted
on to how you
financial
got that
guru.
name. And then down here over to my corner here, Taja, you are the mindset coach. And we're gonna talk
I
about
am.
how those two basic things, being a budgeted guru and your mindset, getting that together is gonna work for your money. And that is gonna be a great topic to start with tonight as you guys talk a little bit about how you started with Achiever Investment. So first of all, Taja, I feel like from it's like started from the bottom. Now we here. You know what I'm saying?
We
I
ain't there
mean,
yet, but we on the way.
right. But see,
We
look,
on the
that's that
way.
mindset though. We there in our minds, all
That's
right.
right. Gotta start here.
That's where it started.
So I love the fact that you two came together. So the backdrop and everything is that you two great friends,
Yep.
two great minds, educated, smart, wonderful, beautiful Black women came together at the beginning of the pandemic and was like, look, we need to get this money situated. And just tell me how it all unfolded. So who wants to go?
So I'll give you a little bit of background. So hey everybody, glad to be here. Thank you so much, Moon, for inviting us in on your platform. So as Moon knows, but other people may not, we started off with just Achieve Her, the mindset coach, which is me, doing coaching and talking to different women about different things in their personal lives to achieve their goals. And this was in the mix of the pandemic.
Right.
And then what happened a little bit way before, actually before that, me and Trish, I mean, we've been friends forever at this point, but
Right.
what happened was, pandemic was happening. We both working. That's how we met. Of course, we worked together. And, I just started changing up who I was following on social media, things I was reading. And when I came across these group of boys about the way they were making this money, I did my research, bought some courses, learned a little bit. And I was like, hey, Trish, try this out with me. So, she checks it out, goes through her research. We buy it. We throw $35 in there, something small into the stock market. But we started with option trading. That's the
Right.
key point, too. And we don't care how you start, just start. But that's what we started with. And we realized how quickly we were making money. And
Right.
once that happened, we were like, man, we got to tell people, like our people, you know what I mean? Like your friends, your family,
Yeah.
reach out. And then, I mean, Trish, right? Literally, I don't know when it became a business idea. Like, hey,
It
let's
wasn't
get this
long after.
information out to people. It was so quick. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then later on, it got right when we tried to sit down and really make it a business and do things officially. We moved it to Achieve Her Investments to fit with the coaching part of it.
Right.
So now it's Achieve Her Network, where you have a coaching platform and you have this investment platform.
I love that. So I think that the one thing that I love about the both of you, you stay in your lane, right? So
Yeah,
Trish, I
absolutely.
mean, if you want to know anything, like I don't even know why you're not an accounting major, but anyway, um, you know, basically anything dealing with money, you know all the tricks and the trades and how to do this and flip that and turn that around. I love that. And then Taja, I mean, your mind always been like, I'm trying to get this money, I'm trying to move up, I want to do
Yeah.
the best thing for my family. So I mean, I get how the two go together, but I just love how you stay in your lane. Because me personally, like I really don't know what a stock option is. I'm sorry. I need your course. I need to be in the class, and I'm definitely going to get into it
We
because
got you,
I
girl.
feel like it's something that if there was a way that you can put like this is money that makes money for you when you're asleep.
Yep.
It's not no extra time off your job technically. You got to put some work into it, but it's not like going and clocking in at another job or something.
Right.
Right.
So I like that. It's easy to do. You can do it from the comfort of your own home, but you can't just like anything. You got to learn it. You got to start somewhere. And
Yeah.
YouTube, I mean, you also like talk to your audience on Instagram lives about what's going on in the
Right.
market, and you have your courses online. So how did you start learning how to do this stuff? Like, Trish, did you just know this? I mean, how did you know how to do this?
No, no, no. A lot of research, a lot of research. So, I mean, as she kind of mentioned it, but she's just like head first. Let's do this type thing. I am the analytical. Let's research it. Let's see what it's about type of
Right.
person. So, when she first told me about it, I was like, what? But like I started researching and looking into it, looking at different groups on Instagram.
Right.
And I was like, hold up, like you could make real money doing this. So from there, I started doing research on actually what the stock market was, what stocks are, what
Yeah.
option trading is, like trying to get information on everything before actually diving in.
So
Um,
you can learn this on YouTube.
you can
Yeah.
learn on YouTube. There's tons and tons of free resources out there. People don't realize, but there are tons of free resources.
Yep.
YouTube, Investopedia is like one
My
of our
favorite.
go-to places. Yeah. And we've even bought courses from other people. They weren't
That
very
makes sense.
helpful, but
Yeah.
we have
And
bought
some were like the more expensive ones didn't give so much value. And I'm not saying that's for everyone's course, right? There are some that are probably very good, but I want to really stress to people that you don't need to spend a lot of money on a course to get the information.
Right.
Period. And that's not promoting ours. I'm saying we even bought inexpensive courses as well that have been really impactful. But that's why we do dedicate our thing to budgeted investments, right? And
Okay.
Trish can talk more about that point of why we say that, because this money is for everybody.
right.
Exactly. And I think too, the other thing is, I guess just like anything else, if you're willing to just like put some time in it and learn it
Mhm.
and do some research, and then have other people like-minded like you that are trying to like achieve the same goals. Like, your reason for wanting to do this may be different from somebody else's, but y'all still
Right.
have the same common goal, is to make
Right.
extra money.
Mhm.
Or, I mean, not even trying to be funny. I mean, this is something that people do for like their own career. Like, it can replace their income.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
People have retired
Period.
at
Hey,
20
look.
doing this.
I feel like this is such good information. So you're doing the Instagram lives on Mondays at 7?
7. Yep.
At 7. Okay. And then you're also right now in the middle of one of your e-courses. So talk to me about the e-course and what does that go like, what comes with that?
So our e-classes, it's 3 weeks, 6 classes. The first week we cover stocks. Second week we cover options. And the third week we go over our specific strategy. So that's where the ultimate value comes in from, people learning our strategy. And because it's more focused on the people taking the class, like, because we're there to give them information that they need. So they're able to ask us all of their questions, get all of the information that they need from us. Kind of like a one-on-one, but not really one-on-one.
Right.
Like a beginner group setting. Like
It's
a
a
beginner
group
Yes.
setting. But it works good. And this is why, because here, like, this is my mindset piece, is that sometimes, when you're in a classroom, you might not necessarily connect with the lecture that's going on. But when someone else asks a question that's similar to you, right, that you think maybe they don't know as much as you, or whatever the reason is, that question helps you more, right? So the group setting is just a better engagement piece for a lot of people. And what we love the most is that what we're seeing in the group setting too, because this is our first e-class, is that they're able to help each other.
I love
so that's like taking learning to another level, because now from little bit, week by week, they're helping each other, they're learning, they're growing. You got people now doing their first option trade and showing us and asking us questions about it. So that's the biggest impact, is that even though it's a group setting, it feels like one-on-one, because you're asking every single question you want to ask. We're answering it live for you. And we did it this way to structure it because of the pandemic. What we hope to move to is to make this in person.
I like that online though. I like it online from the aspect that you can get people from all over.
Yes. So, Trish, you want to tell them about what we're going to do with that so that the people like that can have their access? But we want to definitely move to in person, hopefully before the end of the year, but we'll see.
Right.
Yeah. So our goal is to try to gauge which cities are interested and travel to those different cities.
Oh, like a road show or something?
Yeah, kind of.
I love that. Okay. Well, I mean, I think
it's available for people online. It just won't be live like that. They'll be able to, like kind of like our courses, they'll be able to watch it, but it'll have all this information in it. So you'll have people with various different questions. You'll see it like it's live, but it won't be that.
I mean, I see this like as an investment academy or something. I mean, this is like getting big.
I like the way that sounds.
Okay, like I'm loving this whole. It's like bigger than just this little, this circle that you're around. But I like how it started. I think too, the other thing with just like going back to the pandemic, a lot of people had to kind of like shift. You either had to take your kids out of school, or you actually had to reduce your hours, or some people had to quit their jobs. So this is not something that you have to have experience in to learn how to do. It's not like you have to have a degree if you don't already have one. Yeah. I think it's like you said, the money is out there for everybody, and it's enough of it to get. And I think that just as a people, just as a culture, Black and brown people, we need to like really be up on this type of stuff. Other cultures have been doing this for years and years, and we're just now figuring it out for some reason. But I love that as a woman, like, we can make $1 out of 15 cents. So that's just what we do. We just make it work. So I just think that women are like the best people to like, and not saying that you don't have men in the course, but women, I think, are, having to maybe like be a little bit more of the breadwinner in some cases. Got single moms out there that's trying to figure out how they're going to juggle the, work with their kids. So I like how you're actually giving people options, like you said, options. You're giving them, other alternatives to achieve their dreams and things.
Right.
And not just talking to them about it, but showing them another way that it's possible. I love that.
Exactly. I love the fact that you got a key point too in there, because we do want to let people know, especially for the investment portion of the business, that we do have men in the group. We have men in our classes, men in our Zoom calls. So we do Zoom calls every 2 weeks on different topics that are super beginner friendly, like everything else we offer. So please just go and follow the website, because if you join as a member, you will receive every single update. So when the Zoom call, actually the next Zoom call is tomorrow. And is it 6:30, Trish? 6:30. 6:30 tomorrow on how to trade options on a budget. So that's exactly how we got in. But there are other ways. There's plenty of ways to invest in the stock market.
I love how you just mentioned that, being on a budget, because I think a lot of people have the conception like, oh, I don't have enough money to spend for this, or I don't have enough money to start for, basically you can start with, how much does it cost to start if you want it?
Dollars, pennies.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, the reason why we say like budgeting investing is because investing should be a part of your budget.
Right.
Just like you should have a budget, investing should be a part of that budget. Just like you have your rent coming out of your paycheck, your car note, your insurance, whatever, eating out, investing should be a part of that budget.
Period.
So even if it's $20 every time you get paid, $50 whenever you get paid, you don't need a lot of money.
You can just get one share if you need to get one share.
Right. And they
can't afford one share. Look, you can get
fractional shares. You don't even have to get a whole share. You can get a piece of a share and pieces of a share until you get that whole share.
Hey, I like that.
Option, look, or you can do an option trade for a few dollars, make a couple hundred, and then go buy a share, or make a couple thousand. So there are so many ways. And then the key point that Trish, we talk about this all the time, but Trish points this out, is that we as a culture need to get our mindset right about the term budget. Budget does not mean broke. We gotta get that. Okay.
No, I think budget is like keeping track.
That's right. Budget is keeping your money.
Right.
But a lot of times when people say, "Oh, I'm on a budget," they feel like, "Oh, you don't really got no money." No. That means you know what you're doing with your money.
Exactly.
And that was the expense that you were tracking. So you can't do that. this week.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what we need to turn our mindset on from, you know what I mean, off of. So, you know, that's where I come in when we talk about like the mindset about money, because, you know, we are a culture that holds our money tight, and we were taught about savings accounts. That is trash. Okay. We talk about that. So there are a lot of things that we have to shift and relearn, and get smarter about it. Okay. So there's just things that, you know, we talk about in the course, and we talk about when we're on the Zoom calls, like times where you get us to be more personable and open up. That's what we do. So like interviews like this, and because lives, like the IG lives, are more straight on what the topic is. But the Zoom calls, you know, especially in the initial part of it, waiting on everybody to get on, we just try to tell people why we started and why it's so important for us, because we watch other cultures be able to start their own communities and build this and build that, and we always talk about, why can't we do this?
Right.
Because we don't know these principles, right?
Yeah.
We don't
You
know
gotta find
things
a way
like
to
this,
build wealth. Yeah.
right? And work together,
Mhm.
help each other. That's another aspect that we struggle with sometimes. So it's very important, and I love the fact that, like I say, we have our culture. We don't discriminate about who comes and joins, but we do love that we have Black women working together, Black men supporting Black women, pushing together, learning this information, helping on any kind of level. It's important and it's necessary.
And I think right now is the best time. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, it's a pandemic, but honestly, things are booming. It is a good time right now.
Yeah.
If you are going to put your money somewhere, maybe it is a little bit cheaper to get into someone, you know, certain stocks that maybe they're down, because usually when people think it's a recession or they think that things are, you know, about to tank, then, you know, some of those numbers go low, and then maybe that's the best time to buy, right? I mean,
That's
I don't
right.
know exactly, but in my mind, same thing with real estate. You know, at this time, it's like maybe is when you want to get in, when things are kind of getting ready to get built back up.
Right.
So this is amazing to me. One, that I see the two of y'all band together. Two, because I've seen the both of you, like we have talked about numerous things. Going to school, y'all have achieved a lot of y'all goals in the last 5 years that I've known you.
Yeah.
And I just am so proud of you. I know when I first started this podcast and I ran into you, Tajah, and I was like, oh, I got to tell you, I need you on here. And we had like this talk, you know, like a little sidebar. She was like, yeah, go on my Calendly. I said, look at her with a Calendly. Okay,
look, moving up. You got a book now. You got a book
right,
now.
right. So, and I think that's great, because, you know, you're not just doing this, and I want to make everybody know, you're not just doing this like as a little side. This is like your real business. Like this is like real professional, and it's very you know, it's family oriented. I can tell, because I've been on some of your Zoom calls, and I've, you know, it's like you want to teach people, because it's like you want them to win just like you want to win, and it seems like it's personal for me, like way I perceive the way that you guys approach this. You're not just doing it just to make money. You're also trying to help other people too. So I think this is just a wonderful platform, and I want just more people to know about it. So I have in my ticker here, you see how I got that set up at the bottom, where y'all name and your website is there, so people can go and log on to Achiever Investments and just see what you guys are all about, and, you know, pick up one of your e-courses, and, you know, sign up for, you know, mindset coaching, or, you know, get on, you know, join your Facebook group or your IG and get on one of these calls. Absolutely. And just educate yourself. Right. You know, I think the biggest thing that we can do is just like put our money in the hands of other people. You know, like you should know what you have going on. You should know where your money is at and how it's being spent, not just like leave it up to somebody else if you had enough to do that to really manage it for you. So I love how you guys are like in the trenches, like, hey, look. And this is the one thing I was like, I don't quite understand. It's like, are you like on like online watching the stock market like all day long, trying to figure out when to sell? I mean, how do you know? Like, I feel like my nerves is bad. Like when the lotto numbers get up high and I be putting my money in, I be like, oh Lord, I just lost $25. So I mean, what happened?
You're so funny.
So tell me, like, what do you feel like, you know, for a beginner, you know, if you, I guess there's like two different things. So I think I asked Trish, and she was like, well, what, you trying to make some quick money, or you want to, you know, like, do you want it to sit there for a little while? And I think I told you I like the option where I can get money back. Is it like dividends or something?
Yes, dividend investing.
Yeah, so that's where I'm in the safe lane. I'm trying to be safe with my money. Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that. So when you go into investing, you definitely want to analyze your risk. Like, how much risk are you willing to take?
That's
Right.
right.
The lower the risk, like the lower your risk tolerance,
Yeah.
the more you should stay away from options, in my opinion.
Okay.
And
I was like, I
go
don't even know
more
what
into
that is.
stocks.
Like,
What'd you say?
I said, I don't even know what that is. So that's why I was like, I needed you. I was like, Trish, I need you. I don't know.
Look, Moon, I got you. I got
Thank
you.
you.
Period. We got
But
you.
yes, depending on your risk tolerance, that'll kind of help you gauge the type of investor that you are.
Mhm.
Okay.
So before going into anything, that's what you need to determine first. And I mean, if you for people who say that they can't do it or they don't have money or not right now,
Right.
that's fine. At least get the education. Educate
Yeah.
yourself on it so that when you do jump in, you'll know what you're doing. You're not just going in blindly.
Right.
So you literally suggest taking the course even if you're not even ready to start?
Yeah.
I guess starting is just learning.
Because you never stop learning. Like,
Okay.
Right.
I swear, me and Taj learn something new every day. Every
We
day.
still buy courses
We
because
still,
it
yes.
helps us perfect our
Right.
strategy, right?
Yeah.
You just have to be invested in learning and following people because you only get better. That's the thing. You have to, you have to be committed to getting better in your field, and you have to learn from various sources because no one person knows everything, right? So you gotta follow different people. But what you do see is that when you do follow these people, we're all typically saying the same kinds of
Right.
Yeah.
things. You know what I mean? And that's how you can gauge your understanding and your knowledge. And without add to Moon, what you said about the pandemic and how this is a great time to start. Speaking more to Trisha's point though, is this is a great time to start because now people have more time than they used to have.
Yeah.
That is true.
Time is very essential. So you can understand what it is you really want to do in this life, because these jobs aren't very stable right now.
Yeah,
So,
they're not
you need to be
guaranteed.
thinking about other ways to make you some money and figuring things out for your family. So courses help, YouTube help. I mean, all kinds of resources. So, like we say, there are courses you can pay for. You can pay a premium price, or you can pay a nice little budgeted price like ours. You can get the free information. So, however you get it, we say
Right.
get it. It really doesn't matter. And
Right.
I want to say this money is for everybody at every level. That's the point. So there isn't a person that doesn't have enough money. There isn't, you know what I mean? No. Because if
I
you
love that.
buying Starbucks coffee, if you going to McDonald's to get you a
That
burger,
is true.
you got the money.
That is
You
true.
have it. You
Now
just
that
gotta
is true
learn.
because look at all the miscellaneous money you really some people don't account for.
Right. That's that budget that they need.
Right. I love that. Hey, I mean, it's nothing wrong with just like even reevaluating your situation, even when you think you are in a good position. Maybe it's something
Right.
that, you never even considered that
Yeah.
like just that one latte a day might put you in a different situation this
Right.
time next week or year whenever these stocks blow up and then it's time to sell.
Right.
So let me go ahead.
I reevaluate my budget constantly because I'm always like, what can I cut out? And surprisingly, or I shouldn't be surprised, but there's always something I could cut out of my budget.
Yeah.
And I'm always cutting things out of my budget. So
you're shaving that down. Yep. Like I don't really got to spend that much. I don't really have to
Right.
allot that much to that. Yeah.
right. I'm
But I
always
just love how it's making it something that you're conscious about.
Mm-hmm.
It's conscious, we're not just frivolously spending our money. We're not just, at least it will kind of like put you more in like instead of just making quick decisions, it'll help you make more educated decisions about what
Yeah.
you're doing. Like for instance, like when the stimulus monies came out, if that was something where now you have a little bit of extra money, like what could you do with it? Maybe take a portion of that and invest it so that it can help you later. I just love how you guys, even on your topics for like IG, you will bring up something that maybe, like, hey, I never thought about that. I remember I had asked, I think I asked Trish about crypto stuff. I was like, what is this crypto? Like, I've been hearing about this and I don't know. And she was like, look, I'm about to find out for myself. So she just researched it. So, I mean, is there any like right now a tip either one of you would like to give anybody about like if they were just starting out or considering starting investing? What's one tip?
One tip. I'll tell this to you. My tip is always going to be on the mindset is to commit yourself to investing in yourself.
Ooh.
There's no better thing you
Love
can do
that.
in your life than to invest in yourself for whatever that may be. So don't think about the job, don't think about the family, think about you as an individual person and invest in who that person wants to be, because then everything else in your life will follow. Everything.
So true.
You have to invest in yourself. And with this market, it's the same way. To invest and to make money, you have to invest first in time and knowledge.
Right.
Yes.
That's
That
the
is
key.
true.
Because you
And
can
you
have
gotta
all the
spend a
money
little
in the
bit of
world,
money.
but if you don't know what to do with it, that's all you'll have.
Ooh, that's a look. That's a whole word right there. But I was saying too, you know, you got to spend a little bit of money to make some money too.
You do.
That's right.
You do.
Yeah.
You definitely do. That's what I'm saying. You have to spend either way, in the money or in time, right? Because
Right.
either you're going to put time in yourself to learn things, or you have to pay somebody else for their knowledge.
That's true.
Right?
That's
So
true.
now that you can get some of what they have, it's one or the other. So you have to decide what you want to do. And we do a mix of both, even at this level. That's what I'm saying. You don't get to teach people and then think like, oh, I'm a teacher now, so I don't need to learn anymore. I'm a life coach now, so I don't need to do anything else. No, I still have mentors. We still have things.
Right.
So here's my tip to people who want to really command to learn it and be around a group of people who are so supportive and encouraging and pushing the next level. Besides joining our site, we are in a group on Facebook, BISG. It's a dope group. It's Black Investor Stock Group. They talk a lot about different investments, and you have all kinds, Moon. So when you talk about beginner investors, when you talk about intermediate investors, people who just want to do dividends, some people just want to do swing trading. You got option trading. You got basic beginner who don't know anything. Everybody's in that group. There are over 28,000 strong in there. And it's amazing to see us talking about things like this, learning about things like this. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think that's the biggest tip I can give. Be around people who talk and learn about the things you want to know about, where you see yourself. So that's my tip.
I love that. Trish, I mean, what's your take on the budgeted tip? What's the budgeting tip you can give us?
Get a budget.
Look, let's start right there. Let's start at that part.
That's the tip right there. If you don't have a budget, please get one. Just Google how to budget. Like it's literally that simple. Just Google how to budget. If you don't know how to, it's so important to know where your money is going. That's just the basis, you know, before trying to do anything else. You need to know where your money is going. All budgeting is allocating where your money is going, so you know where every penny is going. I know where every penny of my money goes.
I love that. And you know what I think is good about that too is that when you know where all your money is going, like you said, you can see areas where you don't necessarily, like maybe you're spending a little bit more than you should, and then you can maybe find some money there that you can put over to your investments that you weren't even accounting for. So that's great.
Oh, you should see how she is when it's that time. When she want to buy something, she like, I need money in the stock market. I need some more money.
Girl, that's why I'm like, I mean, every time I see her, she got her like Medea calculator out. Like,
what in the world? Not Medea. You will always see me with my planner, and you will always see me calculating something on my phone.
Yes, with your Medea calculator. You sure do, honey. I really love you two, what you're doing. I love what you're about. I see where you're going. I'm excited for you. I'm just really want everybody that is listening to this podcast, that sees this video, please like and share it. Absolutely. You know it's going to be posted and reposted again, and it's going to be on the Pipe Dreams and Pearls podcast on Facebook. It's streaming to YouTube as well. And also we're going to share it to you guys' platform. The Achiever Investments is a entity of the Achiever Network, and you guys have a actual Facebook group too. So I'm going to put that in the chat if anybody wants to join your actual Facebook group, because it's private, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I can actually put that in the chat once we end, and then anybody who wants to get in, I just suggest that you just start wherever you are. I really love that this thing is gonna get so big. I can see y'all going on these road trips and these road shows and just like spreading the word. I think it's gonna be awesome. So I just really wish nothing but great things for you two. And I am so glad that you took this time to be with me today. I really appreciate you. Just keep on doing what you're doing, and hopefully we'll come back together again when I finally know what I'm doing in this investment thing. And maybe we could do an update or something. But
Yeah, sounds
the
lovely.
e-course right now, you're in the 3rd week. So after this one is over with, it's going to start again. Is it going to just automatically start again, or is it going to be another month where you're going to be registering for it, or what? Tell me how people can get in on your e-course.
Well, we're working out the kinks of our dates, of our upcoming dates.
Okay.
But if you go on our website and join, then you will be updated on when the e-course or the next e-class will come out.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
And we always give people enough time to register before it starts, so there'll
Yeah.
be plenty of time for you to get in. But if you want to see something and fill us out first, the first thing I would tell you to do is register for the Zoom call tomorrow at 6:30.
Okay.
Be sure to attend that. It should be some fun on there, and you'll definitely learn.
Share once we get done with this, just text me the Zoom call link or something, and I'm gonna share it
Okay,
onto the
let me
page
send it to you.
if you don't mind that. And then anybody who wants to get on the Zoom call, and also on Monday nights on Instagram Live, make sure that you find them so that you can get that tip at 7 p.m. So I love this. Thank you once again for being on here, and I am gonna let y'all go and enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. But I really, really want to see where this is going for you guys. I am excited for what you have going on, and I just can't wait to see how it all plays out and see what the stock market is about to do. You know,
Look, it better jump through the roof.
I see that it will. Look, and I really, really appreciate y'all time. So you have a good night, and everybody that's watching, be blessed. Thank you, like and share. You're welcome.
We appreciate you. And good luck with this podcast, Moon.
Thank you so much. I've been enjoying it. It's really a really great way to meet and see people doing great things. And I just I just want to put it out there that I knew I had some awesome women in my circle, but just to know the amount of people that I know that are doing exactly what they're meant to be doing, it just makes me feel so good about just the people that I'm affiliated with. So thank you so much for that, Tajah. And you guys, you enjoy tonight and just be blessed. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.